Cases of evictions on the outskirts of the city's informal settlements by its law enforcement, the city police, have become common as the parastatal tries to deal with the mushrooming of structures due to the high influx of new residents. For many, such as 25-year-old Gracia Beukes and her two daughters, this forced them into further destitute and unforgettable trauma. Gracia Beukes alleges that there was no court order permitting the law enforcement officials to take down her shelter, a claim the city police disputes.
When I came here, they already broke off my house. They told me that was 2 o'clock. They told me at 3 o'clock, city police, if they arrived here at 3, I must have removed my things or they will send the contractors to come and take the things. But my question is, where must I go with my children and these things in this short notice? I am not sitting here because I want to, but it's because I don't have a place to go to. And that thing about me being here is not that, okay, everyone is grabbing a land, so I'm also grabbing a land. It's not my reason. Actually, if I had the money, like there, because maybe of the color I'm having, because I'm white, they think I have money. But if I had the money, do you really think in my state I would come and sit here? Yeah, but I don't have the money.
Beukes was not the only one affected. Mwetako, a self-employed mechanic, found his belongings in the open after the shack that he had been living in since December with two cousins was demolished. He showed today on one a traffic fine form on which the words court order had been written by hand. Coming to the aid of the woman was the president of the Popular Democratic Movement, McHenry Venaani, who arrived minutes after the demolition and notified his lawyers to take up the matter.
What is the agency of this land? What will happen in the next 3 months on this land? We are not supporting illegal squatting, but we are saying that there is also an element of human decency. There is also an element of constitutionalism. There is also an element of humanity. Where is that humanity in Harambee? It is happening throughout this country, unabated, without being challenged. And we are going to challenge authorities, both in legal ways and also in political ways, to find solutions to the problems facing our people. This is not acceptable.
The City of Windhoek confirmed the incident's occurrence and acknowledged that they have a housing crisis as a result of limited financial resources. Scheifert Shigweda, communications officer at the City of Windhoek, urged the public to understand that the city police officials were only following the law.
We are very much aware that it's common knowledge that the backlog for land delivery for housing is as is. But unfortunately, the law enforcement agents, they have to enforce the law because the fact of the matter is that land cannot be settled illegally. The community out there or the residents out there, we are aware that land for housing remain a challenge, but yet it does not give permission for people to occupy land illegally, but in fact to follow the correct procedures when we advertise land so that they can apply and then be eligible for evictions.
Shigweda further noted that progress has been made in terms of supplying land to those in need.
I can point out or highlight that the City Council leadership in one single month managed to approve at least 213 single residential zoned land for housing, which is a great stride so far, which is part also of the interventions and initiative for the city to explore alternative measures to speed land delivery and to augment the city's efforts in terms of supplying land.
In the meantime, Beukes and her children remain on the land where their shack was torn down. Beukes saying she is too scared to leave the only place that she could call home.